Okay.
I met Jenny 2 years ago.
And what's your name?
Caroline. And I went to class with my daughter-in-law, not willingly. Wasn't something that I wanted to do. Wasn't close to God at that time. Actually was very angry with him, hated him. Didn't want to be at the class. Went a second time. Jenny wanted to pray for me. I was a very angry person. Had a lot of anger against a lot of my past. Jenny prayed with me that night, not willingly.
I was willing, you weren't.
I wasn't. I was not. And that began the healing process in me, knowing that God was there. It took a while. It took a while to really get into that presence of God. Took her class the first year, finished off that one. Went through some forgiveness. Last year at the retreat, I gave a testimony on forgiving my ex-husband. I thought that freed up a lot in me. I've gotten rid of the anger. I am not that person I was 2 years ago. Totally different person. He set me free from the anger, the bitterness, the hatred. But I still had unforgiveness towards people that I thought I had laid down through Jenny's class. I had going through the forgiveness section. I had wrote down some forgiveness and thought it was over. Till a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, some personal stuff was coming up in my family. And I was getting really angry again and upset and bawling. And I couldn't figure out what was going on or why I was feeling the way I was feeling. And I spoke with Jenny, and then it hit me. I was still very angry at my ex-mother-in-law. That I thought I had forgiven, but it is a process.
Yeah.
It was a year and a half ago that I thought I got rid of it, but it was a process that resurfaced or was continuing to root out in me. And through things that took place in my family, realized that it was not done. God was still rooting it out and rooting out the pain that was in there, not just the anger and the hatred I had towards her, but the pain that was still deep buried in that I didn't want out. Jenny says, search my heart, and have God to search our heart to reveal anything in us. And my saying is always, why? Why would you want to go through that again? It was painful the first time. Why would you want him to root it out and have it all over again? Well, the reason is that it frees you. I was so angry at my mother-in-law that the thoughts that were in my head were not good. I was saying, why didn't she suffer more? Why didn't the cancer allow her to suffer in pain longer than what she did? It's not right. But that pain was so deep that God revealed that to me, that it's not that we just forgive. As Jenny says, we choose to forgive. We choose to allow God to come in and give us that forgiveness. And his love. He suffered on that cross so that we wouldn't have to feel that pain and that suffering that we go through. And I praise him every day that I am not that person I was 2 years ago.
Yes.
And that we give him all that glory. Yeah, I went through Jenny's class and her forgiveness and her teaching, but it's through God that gave her that power to help us. And if it wasn't for Jenny and her classes and talking with her and knowing that you can call her and pray with you and know that it's not about us, it's about God, that her study is just amazing. And if anybody out there has not finished the class or gone through any part of her book, it is just amazing how free that you can become with her forgiveness and just the whole book. It's just amazing.
And how many times have you gone through the class now?
2.5.
2.5. Okay. And you learn something different all the time, don't you?
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's so much that you only pick up, and God knows what you're ready for. Sometimes you're just not ready for this part of the study, and He knows that. So the next time you take the study, then those other things come forth. And it's like, wow, it doesn't even seem like it was in there. Well, where? It's in there. So God is
If you bury it, it's in there, and He does bring it out. It may take a while, but He does.
Yeah, He does. And Jeremiah 17:9 says, the heart is deceitful, who can know it? Only God knows our hearts. So that's why we ask Him to search our hearts. That's why those two scriptures are the main scriptures we use in this ministry, Psalms 139:23 and also Jeremiah 17:9. Well, thank you.